Are gut feelings ever unreliable?
No. No, I have not been in one situation where my gut has told me to leave or to stay and it's been wrong. I have not. I can't tell for everybody else, but my gut hasn't led me wrong.
All right. And how do you spell the name that you want to go by?
Hyena,
Yeah.
Hyena.
Hyena?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Cool. My name's David.
How you doing, David?
Too bad. Good to be here. So just kind of a recap of what we're doing is interviewing members of our community about something that's meaningful to you, something that you think is true. And I'll be asking questions from a neutral perspective that helps us explore how you arrived at the conclusion
Okay.
and what supports your confidence that it's true.
Okay.
Does that work?
Yeah, that works.
Cool. And you said you wanted to talk about animals?
More spirituality than the animals. The animals is just a way to connect to spirituality.
What do you mean by spirituality?
All right, so when I mean spirituality, not religion, where you go to church and you follow a set of doctrines where you have to pray, pay a certain amount, and you have to listen. Spirituality, when I mean it encompasses all things on earth. I get to learn from all aspects of religion, and I get to learn from life itself. I choose animals per se. Like there's some people like, oh, animals don't have a bad bone in their body. That's cap, because you got to kill, you got to eat, right? So technically you have a bad bone, but human beings' determination on good and bad, it's elusive to the animal kingdom because they basically operate off survival. And then when you look at that, operate survival, human beings operate off survival too. So I started connecting the two. All right, we operate survival, which is grander, human beings or animals. When we roll down the conclusion, human beings themselves are animals. The only difference between us is that we think we're superior in knowledge, which disconnects us from the spirit world, disconnects us from the ways how we should move. A bird doesn't wake up in the morning and wonder if it's going to catch a worm or a fish. A bird wakes up and does what a bird does. It doesn't worry about the natural opposition. If it has it, when the opposition does come, then it worries about it. But in that moment, that bird is only thinking about surviving. The same thing could be seen from the fish. The fish wakes up out of his reef. He's not worried about all this and that. He's just trying to do what it does best, a fish. So when I look at animals, I love animals. I'm not a pet lover because I don't like bills. All right, there's a difference. I don't like bills. I don't like extra bills. But I love animals because each animal is different. Each animal represents something in all of us. All right, so a lot of people, let's take an example. On this walk, you will see a lot of people with dogs. Well, when I look at a dog, I look at somebody that's friendly, somebody that's protective over their own, somebody who is playful. Well, when I look at human beings, I see friendly, I see playfulness, I see protectiveness. But also when I look at a dog, I also take the negative side to it too. It can be a vicious animal when backed into a corner. A human being could be backed into a corner too.
What does all this have to do with spirituality?
Well, it all has to do with connecting. Spirituality is connecting. It's literally connecting with your world, your surrounding itself. I choose animals because animals are more grounded in nature, right? So, and when I study spirituality, I'm not just studying religious texts coming out of a man's mouth. I'm looking at how the wind blows. I'm looking at how the animals move. I'm looking at why we operate a certain way. What is it about us that has us connected to this plane of existence? And so that's what I go for in spirituality. I'm not going for a whole, you need to do this because you're going to go to such and such place if you don't follow these laws, Bobby, or, oh my God, you're going to. No. Spirituality means I get to learn and then I get to envelop all these things that I learned to make my soul a better thing. I can learn from animals the same thing way I can learn from human beings, in a sense. I came to my conclusion with spirituality. Spirituality is a different answer for everybody. It doesn't conform to Christianity. It doesn't conform to Muslim. It doesn't conform to Judaism. No, spirituality is a learning spectrum and is an evolving spectrum.
We get answers from spirituality. Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
What is an answer that you've received based on spirituality?
I pray. I pray for myself, right? Before I moved up here, I asked for something. And a lot of people think prayer is you going out and you, no. Prayer is inside, right? Prayer is inside. Prayer connects you to spirituality. I asked for something. When you ask for something, you also must believe with it also too, right? So that comes with a little bit of religion or respect. But spirituality is knowing it already happened before it happened, believing in that and trusting the process. For me, spirituality, and I keep coming back over it, it encompasses all of us. It encompasses everything around us, from the air to the ground, to the animals that we eat, to the fruits that we eat, right?
Okay.
I asked to move up here. Not for no selfish gains, but to become a better person. My house caught on fire. I didn't ask for my house to catch on fire. No one asked for that to ever happen. But the landlord was shitty. It revealed to me asking me to move up here. I didn't ask for, give me all these tests. I said, no, give me the strength to be able to move up here. The next obstacle that comes my way, give me that strength. Spirituality is also about strength.
So spirituality helps you connect.
Yes.
And
stay strong too.
And like a method of connecting through spirituality is prayer. And prayer is asking.
Prayer is asking from the heart.
Okay. Who are you asking?
You're asking yourself.
Okay.
A lot of people think when you pray, you're asking an outside deity. You go to any church religion, you'll see when they're praying, they're doing this and they're praying upward and stuff like this. I honestly believe, why would I want to give my power away to somebody else? Mm-hmm. I have the answers in me. It may not be your answer. It's my answer, because me and you walk two different lives. We have two different thumbprints. So your answer and my answer are completely different. When I pray inside. Okay.
Is there an example of an answer that you've gotten from yourself through prayer?
Yes. So I've hung out with people before, and I don't judge everybody based off of their actions. What I ask for is this person right for me? Right? And when you ask these questions to yourself, like, is this person right for me? How can these person help me grow? Don't sit back and automatically nitpick at what they do. Just sit back and observe. I sat back and observed my own family. I tested my own theories with my family before I tested with anybody else. I love my brothers and sisters, but I had to realize which of my brothers and sisters are helping me. When I asked that question to myself, I just sat back. You don't go out looking. You don't go out poking. You just... Mm-hmm. And when you sit back and you look, you observe. What happens when you observe? You notice, and then you know how to move accordingly.
So when you asked yourself about the right person, what was the question?
The question is, and I asked it, a question that could be different for everybody else is, how is this person going to improve or enrich my life? Okay. What warning signs should I need to look out for that could call for my downfall?
Could you find out the answer to that without prayer?
That prayer, meditation is the same shit. Right? Prayer.
Does it require?
Prayer is nothing but talking to yourself.
Okay.
That's all prayer is. Prayer is nothing but straight talking to yourself. And when you talk to yourself, you find answers that only is relevant to you.
Okay. Was there a way to find out if somebody is the right person without talking to yourself?
No, because everybody, and this comes back to spirituality, everybody has an electromagnetic field. Everybody has their own field. And so if your field don't bump with mine, I'll give you a prime example right now. I wouldn't be talking to you right now if I didn't feel your intentions was good. My energies and everything, what I would have been like, bro, I don't even want to do all this. I can get it. You're doing it for your YouTube. I wouldn't want to deal with you. But your energy ain't coming off that way. And I didn't pray on that. You don't have to pray to feel somebody. Prayer is literally talking to yourself. That's all prayer is. I talk to myself frequently.
What's the value of talking to yourself?
Experience. You're not alone. You're never alone. Think about it. If you're alone by yourself, you're a dangerous person because you don't know how to be alone. The best part about prayer and all those sense though is that sense of you know you are listening to yourself.
Uh-huh.
That's it. That's what I love about prayer. I believe in myself. I pray. When I walk out, I don't cause harm to my fellow neighbors. Oh man, I move in my direction. I not mean, oh, when I say it, people are like, oh, he's religious. No, I'm spiritual. I move in my way. I learn from different aspects of life.
Do you have the ability to not talk to yourself?
No. Why would I want to? I am the best voice I have. I am the best advice I will ever give myself.
Okay. You feel like you benefit from the ability to be able to talk to yourself.
But yes, being able to talk to myself and interact with other individuals in my surroundings. But more importantly, though, if I cannot be one with myself, if I cannot sit in a quiet room for just 20 minutes by myself and not reflect, I have some issues that I need to work on. Spirituality helps with that. I feel like people get spirituality and religion completely confused. There are two different things. There are two different. One follows a set of doctrines. The other one is fluid, so you the individual can learn. Mm-hmm. I go with that way. Okay. I love to learn. I love to grow.
Can someone talk to themselves, get answers, and not be spiritual?
I honestly believe that can't happen. Because for the reason why I say that, all human beings that walk on two legs are spiritual beings.
Do animals talk to themselves?
How you think they? I don't even know. I honestly wouldn't say yeah or no. Well, observing the dogs that we do have at my home and watching one just talk to herself, I'm like, it's possible. I don't know what they're saying, but it could be possible.
Okay. Is spirituality talking to yourself? Is that basically?
Spirituality is just, pretty much being one with yourself and growing. I consider spirituality just being one with yourself, not talking to yourself. Because people and I don't want nobody to confuse with talking with yourself with communicating with yourself. Talking with yourself like a crazy person, look here, that's completely different. Talking to yourself inwardly about your problems, how you can overcome them, everybody do it. If you breathe and you believe in God or spirit or anything, got to be in God. If you just breathe alone, bro, you are a spirit being. You want to talk to yourself. You yourself are the best advice that anybody can give you. You can talk to 100 people. Talk to 100 people with the same problem you're going through, and you'll listen to them. You'll be like, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. And you'll be like, damn, I'm saying I wouldn't do that. Why? Because that does not fit your solution.
Have you ever given yourself an answer that you found out later was incorrect?
No. Any answer I have come to was the answer that I was meant to come to. And here is the reason why, like I just said it. Bro, we and you walk two different paths, right? He walks a different path. My wife walks a different path. Everybody walks a different path. So when I come to my conclusion, it could be a good or bad. That definition is completely elusive when it comes good and bad. But it's my answer. What I deserve, what I do with it, completely up to me. It's completely up to me. So, like, prime example, I said that, hey, I had to figure out which one of my siblings I couldn't bump with. One of my siblings I couldn't best with. You know, they wasn't going to uplift me and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
In hindsight, I shouldn't have done that, right? People are like, oh, you shouldn't have done that. Looking at it now, I'm glad I made that decision. Because when we come to a decision, most people feel like it's wrong when you make that decision. But when you look at it, Pat, when you look at all the things that accumulate, it probably was the right decision for you. So if it's the decision you made for yourself, it can't be wrong because it's you.
Have you ever been wrong about anything?
Oh, I'm wrong consistently. I am consistently wrong. But in aspects of my life, when it comes to me elevating and constantly growing, no.
What's the difference?
All right, difference is I go outside sometimes and pee in the grass. Some people will look at that as bad, right? I look at it as I'm saving on toilet paper. I don't got to hear my wife goddamn being mad at me by peeing on the toilet seat. You see what I mean? It's a different concept for different folks. So my wife be like, damn, you going outside peeing is bad. I'm looking in my head. How is it bad? You don't have to worry about putting the toilet seat down. You don't have to worry about peeing on the seat. And I don't have to worry about a water bill or toilet paper.
So who's wrong?
The concept of good and wrong is just a human thing. What we label as good and wrong is completely up to the individual. We say murder is wrong, but yet we commit wars.
Uh-huh.
What's the difference between war and murder? It's the same thing. You're killing a brother with a damn bullet or a gun or a knife or whatever. Somebody's still life is at the end of the thing is still gone. Murder is murder, however you disguise it.
Can anybody be wrong about anything?
Anybody can be wrong about any and everything. No one is perfect. Human life and spirituality is about learning and growing. That's the whole aspect about spirituality is you're supposed to grow. You know you're not a perfect being. Yet your purpose is to strive for that. You're not there yet. You're supposed to learn. No one is perfect. I can't learn if I don't make a mistake.
Okay. So you've made mistakes.
I made mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes.
Okay.
It's whether you own up to it or whether you be like a little coward and say it was somebody else's fault.
Do you have an example of when you've been wrong
Yeah, so
that you're comfortable sharing?
yeah, no, I'm cool. I'm cool with this. So I was wrong. So my brothers had a CD, and I was on punishment with them too. But my brothers and them got just the world, and I knew what I was about to do was wrong. But because I was young and I was angry, I didn't understand. I took his CD player, I sold it. I sold it for $150. You're like, damn, bro, you sold your brother's CD player for $150. That's wrong. Yes, it was wrong. I was young. I was angry. Would I do it again? Yeah, probably would, because I learned from that experience. Not going to sit here and be like, oh, I wouldn't do it again. Wrong. I learned from that experience. I got discipline. I knew right then and there. I don't steal again. It's not mine. All right. Technically, that's my brother. I should never betray my brother. These are the lessons I learned from me being wrong. You wrong every day. If you don't grow, you're not going to make it.
You find benefits in being wrong sometimes.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You know, that's that old saying, you learn a lot when you win, but you learn 1,000 lessons when you lose. I am a firm believer in that.
Okay. And when you talk to yourself or when you're spiritual, does that allow you to be wrong?
Yeah. You can be wrong in spirituality too. Spirituality, like I said, it's not like religion. It does not encompass you to stay in this one box. If you're wrong, spirituality tells you, hey man, you're wrong. Try to transform. Learn from that.
Maybe I'm using the wrong word here. Not wrong, but mistaken.
If you make a mistake, it still go back to wrong, mistake, good or bad, right? So, like I said, I go back to again. Religion teaches us that if we're doing something bad, we punish for it. Spirituality teaches us if we make a mistake or whatever, we learn from that so we can correct and go on for it. I don't hold myself to a punishment or anything like that. I make myself better. So yeah, spirituality is not completely 100% flawless. No, there's flaws throughout it and everything like that. But it's also, the reason why there's flaws to it, because every individual is different. We're not perfect. When you come to that conclusion right there, you're like, oh, we're not all perfect. So everybody's spiritual walk is completely different.
Everybody has the potential to be mistaken.
Mm-hmm. Everybody has the potential to be perfect and right too.
And how does spirituality help with that?
About yourself. I can walk out here all day with the flyest jewelry. I can walk out here all day with a pocket full of cash. But if I don't know myself or grounded in what I believe in, what substance do I really have on this planet? I could be a broke man out here, but the way I'm talking to you right now, you will never know I'm broke the way I carry myself. Why? Because my spirituality teaches you. One, my spirituality throughout my spiritual journey. Not my spirituality, my spiritual journey. Throughout my spiritual journey, taught me one thing, two things for sure. One, I am better than no man. Just as fast as I got it, it can be snatched away from me. I make mistakes. I grow from my mistakes. I talk to myself so I can better understand myself.
Could you be mistaken about spirituality?
No. Anybody who is really spiritual and anybody who is religion, you will hear most people saying spirituality, they learn from all aspects of life. All aspects of life.
Is there anything else that you cannot be mistaken about?
No.
Spirituality is the only thing that you cannot be mistaken about.
No, but spirituality, why would you be mistaken about yourself? If you don't trust yourself, you ain't gonna trust nobody. You gonna always make mistakes. You gonna always doubt everybody. Spirituality is self. It's you, your breathing. It's you meditating, you focusing, reflecting daily and constantly growing. That's what spirituality is. It is you constantly growing, meditating, reflecting on yourself so you yourself can be a better person.
If you were mistaken about spirituality, just hypothetically, would you want to know?
Yeah, I would want to know.
Why?
Why would I want to know? Because like I just said, as a human being, if I was mistakenly about it, if I'm truly learned about growing, I have to learn that I made a mistake. How can I grow from something I didn't know was a mistake? If I walk around, that's like when you ask a kid, do they know the United States Constitution? And most of them walk around and say they don't know what the Constitution is. As adults, we laugh and be like, oh my God, what are they teaching you in school? That's not the time I say that. The time right now is to teach them, hey man, this is what the Constitution is.
The best way to know if you're mistaken is fill in the blank.
The best way to know that you are feeling that you're mistaken, it's a gut. It's a gut instinct. You know when you made the wrong turn, when you're like, I damn made the wrong turn, or you know you over spice something when you're like, oh, I ain't even had to taste it, I knew it, or whatever. It is a gut feeling.
Okay. Are gut feelings ever unreliable?
No. No, I have not been in one situation where my gut has told me to leave or to stay and it's been wrong. I have not. I can't tell for everybody else, but my gut hasn't led me wrong. I trust my instincts. I constantly develop my instincts and hone it. That comes through spirituality, breathing, meditation, reflection.
Okay. So just to kind of summarize all this, spirituality is a connection that you have through prayer, asking yourself and like talking to yourself.
Yep.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can't be wrong about that. And the best way to avoid being wrong is gut feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool.
Boom!
That was great.
Yeah, man.
Hyena.
That was fun. Ice cream, baby.
It's really coming down.
I'll take Rocky Road, please.
Rocky Road.